Recreational marijuana use is now legal in 11 states and Washington, D.C., and more states are expected to follow. But is this a good idea, and how likely is federal legalization?
Luke Niforatos is Chief of Staff and Senior Policy Advisor for Smart Approaches to Marijuana, which is a nonpartisan group opposed to marijuana legalization. Luke, thank you for being here this morning. So you're opposed to legalization, yet it looks like the trend across America is legalization at the state level, possibly federal. What's the result in your mind of more states making it legal?
Well, look, I mean, I think the results are in, and we're actually seeing now more states than ever rejecting legalization. Just this year, or excuse me, last year, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, and a dozen other states rejected the legalization of marijuana. And here's why. We're seeing, for the first time in this nation's history, I think, a national marijuana-related public health crisis, and that is the vaping crisis. So not a lot of people know that the 50-plus deaths so far and over 2,000 people developing this lung illness, 80% of those cases are marijuana related. In other words, the marijuana vaping oils. And a lot of people think this is black market, but this is actually the legal marijuana industry in many cases is selling these deadly marijuana vapes. So that's a huge concern that we're now seeing out of states that have legalized marijuana. Another thing we're seeing is the United States Surgeon General issued a historic advisory just about 4 months ago saying that for the first time ever we're seeing unprecedented levels of pregnant mothers and youth now using marijuana. And he also said that this is a more dangerous drug than it's ever been before, because back in the 80s and 90s, the average potency of marijuana was 2 or 3%. Now it's 99% potency, and it's coming in the shape of gummies, candies, ice creams, all clearly targeted at our younger demographics. And so it's no surprise we're seeing more youth use this and more vulnerable communities use this. So we're very concerned about those outcomes. And I think the other thing we're seeing is this is really big tobacco 2.0. Just at the beginning of this year, Altria Philip Morris, one of the biggest big tobacco company in our country, invested $1 billion into this industry. So it's looking the same way.
We got to leave it right there. Certainly there